Hello, my name is Pumpkin Fluff. I'm going to be casting the North American League of Legends Academy League Series for Spring Split 2018. This is Week 1, Match 4, Golden Guardians Academy versus Cloud9 Academy. Let's go ahead and take a look at the rosters for these two teams. Okay, on the side of Golden Guardians Academy, we have Jenkins in the top lane, Potluck in the jungle, Bob Chin as mid laner, Jurassic for the AD carry, and Xpecial on support. On the side of Cloud9 Academy, it is Shiro in the top lane, Wiggly in the jungle, Golden Glue as the mid laner, Keith on AD carry, and Zazel as his support. A few things to note about these rosters. Potluck and Bob Chin both played on E United together, so there should be a little bit of synergy between those two as the jungle and mid laner for Golden Guardians Academy. On the other side, they're playing against their former teammate in Zazel, who used to be the support for E United last year. Xpecial for the Golden Guardians Academy, he's been around the scene forever, used to play on TSM, was known as the best support in NA for a long time, most recently played on Phoenix 1 and is now returning in the Challenger scene, or the Academy scene, excuse me. On the other side, Shiro in the top lane used to be known as League and was picked up as first pick in the Scouting Grounds draft for Cloud9. They see a lot of potential in this guy. He's known to carry a couple of games. Golden Glue used to be the mid laner for Team Liquid, starting mid laner last year. Keith was starting AD carry for Echo Fox, and like I said before, Zazel was the support for E United in the Challenger scene. Let's go ahead and get into the match. Alright, so getting into this game, we actually do get to see the picks and bans. It looks like for the side of Golden Guardians Academy, they banned Camille, Sejuani, Zoe, Ezreal, and Alawi, whereas for Cloud9 Academy, they banned Kha'Zix, Alistar, they missed a ban, and then Gangplank and Kog'Maw. Both these teams kind of focused on the top lane with the Gangplank, Alawi, and Camille bans. Ban in the mid lane onto Zoe, and then 2 AD carry bans, as well as 2 jungle bans. So really bans all across the board, not really focusing on a single player, just kind of getting the OP picks out of the game. Loading into game, let's actually take a look at the picks for this game. Looks like on the side of Golden Guardians Academy, we have Ornn in the top lane, Zac in the jungle for Potluck, Bob Chin is on Ryze in the mid lane, Jurassic on Kalista for the AD carry, and Xpecial is playing that wonderful Tahm Kench in the support position. On the side of Cloud9 Academy, we have Singed in the top lane for C9. Wiggly is in the jungle on Jarvan. Zir is for Golden Glue in the mid lane. Keith is on Tristana for the AD carry, with his support is Braum for Zazel. One of the things to look at for these two teams is the scaling is definitely on the side of Cloud9 Academy. With the Azir and Tristana, once this game hits late, they're going to be a menace in team fights and pretty much unstoppable, especially compared to the Golden Guardians side. So Golden Guardians is going to want to get an early lead in this game and try and snowball that advantage, while Cloud9 just really wants to try and farm out and get their carries to a place where they're going to be unstoppable. So we'll have to see if that's going to play out for either of these two teams. Looking at that matchup in the top lane is very exciting. Singed is not something we see too often. He's not really in the meta, but he is known to be good into tanks. So it kind of neutralizes the Ornn factor in this game. He's able to farm freely, proxy all the waves under the behind the turrets, and force Ornn under tower so that he can't make plays around the map, and he's going to try and make Ornn miss some CS under the tower. The matchup here in the mid lane, Azir versus Ryze. Azir outranges the Ryze, but if Ryze does manage to get into close quarters with the Azir, he can put out a lot of damage. So Azir just wants to keep Ryze at a pretty good range, and hopefully keep him at a distance and just farm it out until he hits his power spikes. And we see in the top lane already, Shiro is proxying those waves. He doesn't even care that there are other players in the game. He just wants to get his farm behind the towers. It looks like both the junglers are going to be focusing up towards the top lane to start out this game. They start in the bottom side of the jungle, move their way up to the top. Bobchin is getting chunked out here in the mid lane, but it looks like it's just going to be a trade. Wiggly is invading here into Potluck's jungle. Let's see if he can actually steal this blue away. It doesn't look like anyone's going to be able to move to help Potluck, so it's going to just be a smite fight. Wiggly goes in, he does get the smite. Now Potluck's in trouble, he's taken really low. He does still have that Zac passive, but it would be really good for Cloud9 if they're able to pop it. He goes in for the last Q onto Jarvan, and it looks like Potluck's going to be able to get out. He will have to recall, and he doesn't have much left in his own jungle to farm. So this is really good for Wiggly, as he's going to be able to go back and farm his own red side of the jungle. Shiro teleports back to lane. He's already got those 2 Dark Seals. Singe just wants to stack 3 of those, get enough mana and health regen, and he's going to be in a great position to just really farm it out. Bobchin is getting chunked out here in the mid lane. Golden Glue has a little bit of a CS lead. We'll see how much Ryze is able to pick up there in the mid lane as that crashes into his turret. Here in the top lane, it's pretty much even in CS as long as Ornn's able to pick these up under his own turret. And Singe so far is not proxying anymore. I don't think they have vision on the Zac, so he wants to make sure that he's going to be safe as he goes behind these towers. The first Drake that spawned this game is the Fire Drake. So I expect the teams to be playing around this, expect some ganks in the bottom lane, try and push out the AD carry and support, and then try and take this Drake as one of the first objectives that these two teams are looking for. Already though, looking at the gold lead, Cloud9 Academy is a couple hundred gold ahead, and that's really thanks to Wiggly's jungling. He was able to steal all that farm in the top side of Golden Guardian's jungle, and Zac had nothing left to farm. So a lot of this gold lead is on to Wiggly right now. It looks like in the bot lane though, Kalista is taking charge of this lane. She's known to have a lot of early damage, and it looks like they're fighting down here right now. Nothing's going to come from it. So Kalista really sets the pace for this lane, able to rend whenever she wants to chase down people, or able to take really good trades in her favor. She's known as an early power pick. There's a gank coming here in the mid lane. It looks like Singe got executed. Golden Glue is going to be able to get out of this one. He does have to blow his cleanse and flash though. And it looks like there's fight here in the bottom lane. Jurassic is trying to go in onto Keith. He flashes forward, but the exhaust is on him. Now Zazel's stuck in a bad position. The Tom Kinch does have the 3 stacks on him, but Zazel's going to be able to flash out. Overall, it looks like a trade of 3 for 3 summoner spells, but here comes Wiggly in the mid lane going on to Potluck. And again, it doesn't look like anything's going to come from this. Taking a look at the summoner spell, blown in all these exchanges. Oh, wait, there's another fight here. Special's going to get stunned up and take some more damage from Keith. Jurassic jumps forward, but the shield comes up from Braum and is able to stop any more of that aggression. Wiggly is here on the back side of this, but he has to flash out. Tom Kinch eats him as he has those 3 stacks, but he uses the Hourglass, and now Jenkins is teleported down. He calls down the Ornn ult. First Blood comes in for Jurassic. And that was kind of a mess on Cloud9 Academy's side. They were not able to match the teleport with Singed, as he had to teleport back to lane earlier in the game. As well as having himself be executed earlier. So this early game is not starting out too well for Cloud9 Academy, but that's a really good sign for the Golden Guardians Academy, as this is their game plan. They want to get these lanes going, especially that Kalista in the bot lane. If she's able to shove out the Tristana and prevent Tristana from taking early turrets, that's really what Golden Guardians Academy wants to do here. So let's take a look. Kalista was able to pick up that kill in the bottom lane. She starts out with the recurve bow and the ninja tabbies, going to help her quite a bit in this lane with that attack speed. On the other side, Tristana was still able to pick up her BF sword, So she's going to be just fine still in that lane up against the Callista. Looks like they're handing off the blue buff to Golden Blue, who's going to secure that very easily. He blew his flash and cleanse in that gank in the mid lane, so we have to see if Potluck's going to return and capitalize on that. Although Golden Guardians were able to pick up a kill in the bot lane onto the jungler, it doesn't look like they were able to capitalize and grab the dragon, as the death timers are a little bit too short right now this early into the game. In the bottom lane exchange that happened earlier, in just the 2v2, 3 summoner spells were blown for both sides, as well as a special burning his ignite later on. So right now, Cloud9 Academy does have a small advantage in that lane, but I doubt it's going to actually amount to anything in terms of summoner spells. Wiggly did blow his flash, so the Jarvan ganks are going to be a little less potent right now, as Jenkins goes in onto Shiro. Shiro's in a bad position here on the wrong side of the map. He does pop the ultimate, and he's running around the Ornn, and he's going to make it out just fine. It looks like he did take Airy as his rune, which adds a little bit more damage. Oh, here comes another gank in mid lane. The Azir ult comes through, pushes them both back, but he's taken by the Zac ult. Zac pushes him back, and it looks like Golden Glue is just going to die here. Wiggly was on his way down, but he wasn't able to get there in time. So that's a really big pickup for the side of Golden Guardians Academy. Again, they want to get this game snowballing for themselves with the Rise and the Callista, so it's really good for them to look to be proactive in this game. And with 4 people here in the mid lane, it looks like they might take down an early tower. If they do manage to take this tower down, they're going to have a lot of pressure to look around the Drake here in a few minutes. But it looks like they don't have a big enough minion wave and not enough damage, and that is going to be cleared out. However, even with that pressure, they're able to get vision down around this dragon, and let's see if they put any more resources down here to try and force that. I think Golden Guardians is in a position where they have a stronger team fight at the moment, with Rise and Callista early on in the game. But without the proper pressure, it's going to be difficult for them to make that move. And without Ornn having the teleport, this is really C9's chance to take this dragon. Golden Guardians does have vision on this, and Zac is moving down. There's a teleport coming in on the side of Golden Guardians Academy. Callista ults the Tahm Kench, and they go in onto Tristana, and he spits her back out, and that's a kill picked up for Jurassic. He's going in onto Wiggly, gets the spears in, but is not able to rend him back out. And it looks like Golden Guardians is going to pick up the dragon. Shiro's caught in a bad position, and Rise picks up a second kill for himself. Overall, this is 4-0 in the favor of Golden Guardians Academy, and they're able to pick up that Drake. So this is a really good start for this team. They knew what they had to play to in order of these early advantages, and Cloud9 should have respected the fact that Golden Guardians has a stronger team at this point in the game. They weren't able to do that, and even though Ornn wasn't able to join the fight, it turned out great for the side of Golden Guardians Academy. So far, though, it doesn't look like they've been able to take a whole lot of advantage in terms of tower damage, so I expect that's going to be the next focus on the side of the blue team here. If they can get some more pressure around the mid lane, throw another gank using the Tahm Kench ult, I expect them to take down that turret next. Let's go ahead and take a look across the lanes. Callista is ahead by a sizable amount in CS. It's 2-0-1. She's almost got that Blade of the Ruined King finish, so she's going to be in a very strong position, even better than she is now, especially compared to that Tristana who's just sitting on the BF Sword and Berserker Greaves. The Rise already has his Catalyst and Tear done, which means he's just stacking mana, which is a great place for Rise to be. He'll finish up this Abyssal Mask. There's not going to be a whole lot Azir can do for him, to him. However, Azir is sitting on about a 5 CS lead, so it's not a huge advantage. Going for that Nashor's Tooth first instead of the Morellonomicon. So he's going to have that attack speed, but he's not going to have the healing debuff, which would be very strong against the Zac and Callista in this game. Singed is up by about 15 CS, which is to be expected as he's just freely farming, proxying out. Looks like Potluck is going out of the jungle. There was an invade here on the Cloud9 Academy blue side of the jungle, And I kind of missed if anything was actually stolen. I apologize for that. It looks like Potluck is trying to fight Wiggly or just push him out of the river here. He's in a great spot, having 2 assists for himself and bringing back even in farm after that deficit in the early game. So he's going to be in a good position. It looks like they're trying to force more on this blue side of the Cloud9 Academy jungle. Trying to steal this blue away. Zach does pull it back. And it looks like the smite goes over to the side of Wiggly. So good job for him to pick that up. However, that means that the Azir is not going to have the blue buff. But it still goes over to the side of Cloud9 Academy, which is a win for them. Looks like Potluck's staying around in this jungle maybe a little bit longer than he needs to. He does have the Rise coming in to support him, but his bottom lane is not pushed up quite yet to a position where they can assist him first. Looks like Wiggly can't really do anything here, and it looks like a dive is coming in on this bottom side of the map. Rise ults in. It's going to be a 4 versus 2 as Zach pops his ultimate. Keith uses the Hourglass to go golden. It's a double kill picked up on the side of Golden Guardians Academy as Jenkins is here on the backside. He knocks up Wiggly, and it looks like Wiggly's going to escape. But that's a huge win on the side of Golden Guardians Academy. Rise teleports back to the mid lane, is going to be able to save this turret for himself. So really good map movements on the side of Golden Guardians Academy. Cloud9 should have known that that dive was coming in since Potluck was sitting on that side of the map for so long. Knowing that the Rise has his ult and that the Ornn has teleport, I think they probably should have given up that turret a little bit sooner. But hindsight being 2020, it's a lot easier for me to say that than for the players to actually know. Looks like now that they've taken down this bottom turret on the side of Golden Guardians Academy, they are going to go ahead and switch their AD carry and support up into this top lane, which is going to be matched by Cloud9 Academy. Golden Guardians wants to keep snowballing this advantage that they have for themselves and continue to pick up turrets around this map. Tristana does have some attack speed coming in for her, so it's going to be very difficult to actually push up against that. So I imagine more focus to be put here and possibly another dive coming in within the next few minutes. On the bottom side, as long as Ornn is able to hold these waves against the Singed, those towers are not going to fall. Looks like he's going to miss the knockup. He does get the auto attack off the W proc and Singed flings him back. Not a whole lot going on there. Singed has picked up the Rylai's Crystal Scepter, so he's going to be pretty powerful in team fights, adding a lot of crowd control on the side of Cloud9 Academy. But until they actually get in position where Cloud9 Academy is able to contest these fights, it's still going to be heavily in the favor of Golden Guardians Academy. Looks like Jurassic is trying to get some damage here on the Keith. He takes a bad trade for himself, but they do have the Relic Shields, and he does have the Blade of the Ruined King, so he's healed already back up to full, especially with that overheal shield coming in. Looks like there is going to be a dive here on the top lane, but Wiggly is here, and he sniffs it out, and he's going to prevent anything from happening. Golden Guardians Academy are able to get quite a bit of damage onto that turret, though, even with 3 people being here from Cloud9 Academy to defend. Golden Guardians wants to put a little bit more pressure there, but on a 3v3, I don't think they're going to be able to do a whole lot with that turret helping out on the side of Cloud9 Academy. They wanted to shove in this wave, see if they can get some more vision cleared out in that top side jungle, and then look for another dive. Potluck is sweeping around, and it looks like they're going to go ahead and start the Rift Herald since they have pressure on the top side of the map. This is going to be another huge lead on the side of Golden Guardians Academy, as they've already picked up the Mountain Drake, or the Infernal Drake, and are sitting 5,000 gold in the lead in this game already at 16 minutes in. Once they pick up this Rift Herald, it's going to be really easy for them to again pressure another turret and continue snowballing this lead for themselves. On the other side, Azir hasn't been pressured too much more in the mid lane, although he is down 1 death, and the Rise he's against is up 2-0-3. He should be fine just clearing out these waves and scaling up for himself until Golden Guardians decides to put their focus in the mid lane. It looks like the side of Cloud9 Academy is just going to go ahead and give up this turret in the top lane, knowing that they can't hold it against this 3-man unit of Golden Guardians Academy. They do summon the Rift Herald in the top lane, but in exchange, Cloud9 Academy is going to pick up this Mountain Dragon for themselves. I don't know if that's a worth trade for them, as they're able to get a full Rift Herald charge onto this turret. It looks like they might actually be able to take out this turret. Tristana doesn't have quite enough damage to clear out the Rift Herald. And that's 2 turrets for Mountain Drake in favor of Golden Guardians Academy, so a very good trade for them. Cloud9's just trying to pick up whatever they can on the map, which at this point is definitely not much. It's 3 turrets to 0 in favor of Golden Guardians Academy. And now they've bumped up that gold lead to nearly 6,000 gold, taking those 2 turrets. The next point of pressure on the map for Golden Guardians Academy, they're going to want to look towards the mid lane, knock out this last outer turret for themselves, and just keep going, pushing in Cloud9 Academy. However, this is going to be a much more difficult task, as the Azir is in the mid lane and has quite a bit of wave clear for himself. Looking at the item power spikes though, Kalista is already sitting on 2 items with Blade of the Ruin King and Hurricane. However, Potluck is going in onto Zeyzal. It looks like Braum's been caught out in the jungle. He manages to flash over the Baron pit, throws down the ultimate, and is going to stop Kalista in her tracks. However, the Ryze throws out his ult just to scare Zeyzal away, and it doesn't look like anything's going to come of that. They do end up burning the Braum flash, but that's not the biggest gain for themselves. They're just able to get more pressure and push up here in the mid lane. It looks like Azir is coming to the mid lane to try and defend this. Let's see if he has enough wave clear to hold it off. Potluck is looking to jump around behind this turret and maybe try for another dive. There are a bunch of pings going out in this top side of the jungle for Cloud9 Academy. And it looks like Golden Guardians are trying to find a pick here in the jungle where they have more vision. Cloud9 Academy is going to be able to safely walk through here, however, Jurassic is able to steal away that red buff for himself. It's another good pickup, another small advantage on the side of Golden Guardians Academy. It looks like Potluck wants to start a fight. He uses his ult, but he doesn't grab anyone going in, and it looks like for now Golden Guardians is going to back off. They do have their own red buff up, and it looks like Zach's going to want to clear away some of his own jungle, while Golden Guardians just continues to push up here in the mid lane. Golden Blue is trying to clear out this wave as best as he can, and so far he's done a pretty good job of holding the waves in the middle lane. So again, talking about the power spikes, Kalista is sitting on 2 items compared to just the 1.5 on the side of Tristana. She was able to pick up that static shiv for herself, but without the Infinity Edge to back it up, it's not a whole lot of damage, but it does mean that they have some more wave clear. Singed is still just sitting on that Rylai's Crystal Scepter, hasn't been able to pick up any more items. The Jarvan did go Cinderhulk, and it looks like he's building into Warmogs for himself. The Nashor's Tooth is completed for the Azir, and he has the Haunting Guys and Boots of Penetration, so he's sitting at a pretty good point where he's going to be able to do a lot of damage. However, there is a lot of magic resist already built up on the side of Golden Guardians, 2 Abyssal Masks in their inventory, as well as the Merc Treads for Zac. Azir's going to have a hard time doing damage to this team until he picks up a Void Staff early on into this game. And it looks like Golden Guardians are again trying to clear out some of this vision in the side of Cloud9 Academy's jungle. Cloud9 wants to pressure them off of this, and it looks like they can get a little bit of damage onto Potluck. They're going to keep their ward here. It's a little bit of a win for Cloud9 Academy. They've pushed up the wave here. It looks like Jurassic's going to get a few attacks onto the turret, but it's not going to mean a whole lot. I think Golden Guardians at this point needs to invest even more resources and try for a dive here in the mid lane. Otherwise, Azir is going to be able to clear out these waves pretty much any time unless they get a pick on the side of Golden Guardians Academy first. Although Cloud9 Academy is 7,000 gold behind, if the game continues at this pace, they are going to scale up. Like I said, once Tristana and Golden Blue pick up a couple of items, they'll be fine. Let's see if they can get some damage on this turret. It looks like Jurassic's going to hit it a couple times. Zazel does have the shield up in front of it, and it's going to prevent a lot of that damage. And it looks like for now, Cloud9 Academy is going to hold out this turret, although one more wave might be enough to knock it down. Jurassic just keeps sitting here in the middle lane, pushing them in. There's not a whole lot that Cloud9 Academy can do at this point. Azir did recall, so this is going to be a turret for Golden Guardians Academy, knocking that up to 4-0 in terms of turret leads. The Baron has spawned on the map now, so I expect that that's going to be the next point of focus for the Golden Guardians to continue snowballing their lead, start clearing vision out in the topside jungle for Cloud9 Academy, and looking to either get a pick or force the Baron. The Infernal Drake is spawning in 30 seconds though, so they might look for that first, get a little bit of vision onto the Baron so that they know it's not being taken away from them, and maybe try to pick up the Infernal Drake before they start another team fight. Looks like Cloud9 Academy is anticipating this and started putting down their own vision around this Baron pit. Potluck is going to clear some of it out. The Baron has been aggroed and he's taking quite a bit of damage, down to about 60% health just from the Baron hits. He's going to heal that back up. He picked up a Warmogs for himself, so it's not really going to be a problem. But Zazel's just sitting here on the backside and keeps aggroing the Baron, making sure that they can't clear out those wards. Looks like that was just an Azir turret that went down, so it wasn't a real objective on the side of Golden Guardians Academy. Cloud9 makes sure that they keep the wards up on the side of the Baron, and it looks like Jurassic is going to solo this Fire Dragon. Cloud9 Academy does have vision of this, but it doesn't look like anyone's in position to actually respond. So it's going to be a free pickup, getting two Fire Dragons on the side of Golden Guardians Academy. Really, again, helping them snowball their advantage. They don't have a whole lot of damage on their side, but it is going to help out Callista and Ryze. And it means that Cloud9 Academy can't get those. It looks like Bobchin is looking to get a pick onto Tristana, but she's just going to walk out for free. Again, Golden Guardians is putting their focus here around the Baron pit, trying to sweep out some vision, maybe hoping to pick someone on their way to check this Baron. Jurassic is going to pick up another red buff for himself, stealing that away from Cloud9 Academy. They're going to hide here in the bush for a minute, hoping someone drops forward. He does hit, Potluck does hit Wiggly, but Wiggly's able to buffer that with the flag and drag out, and nothing comes of it. Going to push out the mid lane, so they're going to have more pressure around this Baron again, and just keep setting up for a pick. Sooner or later, they feel like Cloud9 Academy is going to have to check this, and they're going to be able to grab a pick on the side of Golden Guardians. Potluck almost gets stunned up, but Xpecial eats him up with that Tom Kinch Devour, and he gets away safely. This is a very scary team for Cloud9 Academy to check into, which is why they keep having Jarvan do it. He's able to flag and drag out every time, able to buffer that Zac engage, so that they know when this Baron is actually being threatened. Looks like Cloud9 Academy has gotten a little bit more pressure here around the Baron. Xpecial eats up Potluck, and again, another disengage on the side of Golden Guardians Academy. Looks like they're going to reset, maybe buy a couple items, and look to pressure this Baron even more. Everyone on the side of Golden Guardians Academy is recalling except for Ornn in the bottom lane. He's just holding his own against Singed, who has pretty much become a non-factor in this game. He has picked up an Abyssal Mask, which will make him a little bit more tanky, as well as having that second Giant's Belt. But he's not even able to proxy at this point into the game, as they don't have any pressure on the map anywhere. So he's just stuck to farming at his turret while Ornn pushes him up and is able to run around the map. Looks like Golden Guardians is coming here towards the mid lane. Again, making the put some vision down around Baron, clear out Cloud9 Academy's vision, and pressure this objective once more. Keith has been able to farm up enough to get his Infinity Edge, so he's at a pretty good point for himself. He's going to be doing good damage in these team fights with that 2-item power spike. Looks like Potluck might be caught here, but he gets away. He's a tanky Zac. It's hard to pin him down, especially with the Merc Treads that he's picked up. On the bottom side, it looks like both these two are just farming it out, making sure that no advantages are really taken for either side in this matchup. Ornn does have a kill and 3 assists, so he's sitting on a little bit more gold, but it's not going to matter. Looks like Golden Guardians are trying for a fight here in the mid lane, but with that bronze shield, it's very hard for them to actually get an engage onto the squad of Cloud9 Academy. They are trying to put some pressure onto this mid lane turret, and they've decided that looking for the Baron right now is not the best way to go. They want to get some pressure onto this turret instead, since they haven't been able to get clear vision onto the Baron. The two top laners are fighting a little bit, but neither of them really has the damage to make a kill. Braum with his shield is just able to stop a lot of this damage coming onto the turret, and with Keith having a static Shiv, it's an easy matter for him to clear out this wave. Looks like this game has really stalled out. Golden Guardians does have an 8,000 gold lead at this point, but if they're not able to push it, again, the scaling is in the side of Cloud9 Academy. Golden Glue has picked up the Void Staff on his ear, so he's going to be doing a lot of damage, having his 3 items already. And he should be able to shred through the front line and the back line of Golden Guardians Academy. And it looks like they're just going to hold out at their turrets until they can scale to a spot. I imagine they just want to wait for Golden Guardians to make a bad engage onto them, so that they can take a team fight and hopefully win it with their strong scaling comp. Golden Guardians has started up this Baron, but Wiggly has vision on it and is alive. They're going to pull off. Potluck's going to heal back up with that Warmogs. And it looks like nothing was actually gained from that on the side of Golden Guardians Academy. There is a little bit of vision for Cloud9 Academy in this area, so Golden Guardians really needs to sweep that out a little bit more before they start anything. Looks like a lot of people in this game have Zombie Ward as a rune, so there's just a bunch of extra wards floating around. Jenkins is trying to steal this blue buff, and it looks like Shiro might be in a bad position for himself. He's able to just walk away from that, actually. Golden Guardians was not able to collapse fast enough. However, since they saw so many people on the bottom side of the map for Golden Guardians, Cloud9 Academy is able to clear out some of this vision, which means that the game is probably going to stall out for even longer, since Golden Guardians, with the ones in the driver's seat of this game, don't have pressure around the Baron. Again, they're going to look to clear out some wards, but since they were able to pick up that Scuttle Crab on the side of Cloud9, they're going to have vision there anyways, no matter how many wards Golden Guardians are able to clear out. So this game just continues to stall. Really, there's not a whole lot that Cloud9 Academy wants to do except wait for a bad engage on the side of Golden Guardians Academy. They know that they have the scaling advantage, and as long as they don't keep getting pushed in and losing turrets, they'll be fine. And since they haven't lost a turret for nearly 10 minutes now, they're in a pretty good position. Kalista is going to be able to solo out this Mountain Drake for herself, so that's going to give another advantage to the side of Golden Guardians Academy, and it is going to help them to take that Baron even faster, which is good for them. Looking at the items again, it looks like Tristana has picked up the Mortal Reminder, so she's going to be cutting through the tanks as well. Although there's not a whole lot of armor built up yet on the side of Golden Guardians, it just means that whenever they do build armor, it's not going to matter as much. Again, Golden Guardians is just pushing up the mid lane, trying to get some pressure around this part of the map. And it looks like Cloud9 Academy might actually be able to push in a wave for themselves. Bobchin might be caught out here in the rotation. Jarvan ult goes down, but he's able to rise ult out and grab both of them. really stopping that engage on the side of Cloud9 Academy. They didn't even get any damage down onto Bob Chin. It's just the Zac damage, but since he has the War Mods, he's going to heal up. That was the ultimate blown from Jarvan, while 2 ultimates were blown on the side of Golden Guardians. But nothing was really gained. His summoner spells were blown. Ornn did teleport, but I think that was down to the bottom lane. I missed that part of things. So he doesn't have that teleport now, which means the Golden Guardians is not really in a position where they can safely start this Baron. If they try to start this Baron, that means it will be a 4v5 in the favor of Cloud9 Academy. So right now, all they need to do is hopefully stall out this push from Cloud9 Academy. Ryze has wave clear as well as Kalista, and it looks like Cloud9 Academy is not going to get anything. They are moving over towards the Baron pit to try and sweep out Vision for themselves, since they know that they have the teleport advantage. Singed and Ornn were moving up, and it looks like Golden Glue is going to get some poke here onto the mid laner for Golden Guardians. I don't think Ryze is going to back now, because if he backs, he's going to lose the Baron for sure. He is going to the top lane to help clear out that wave before Cloud9 can get there and push down that turret. Cloud9 really does have the position. The Ryze ult comes in, but it's just to scare them. No one actually takes it. Looks like Cloud9 is trying to collapse onto Zeyzal here. It's pushed up a little bit too far forward. The flash comes out. He gets eaten up. The Zac ult comes in, pulls a couple people in. Keith is able to jump out, and now he's able to free fire on the backside of this fight. The Ornn ult comes out, but it's blocked by the Braum. And it looks like Braum is going to go down on the side of Cloud9 Academy. That's a 1-for-0 pickup for the Golden Guardians, and now they have the advantage on the map, and they're looking to start this Baron. It's still a 4v5 in their favor, but Jarvan is up and he's healthy. This is a scary fight it's a scary Baron for Golden Guardians to take, but it is a good fight in their favor. Wiggly might be able to steal this if Golden Guardians is not careful. He goes in, and it looks like the fight is breaking out. Bob Chin manages to live with just a sliver of health. Singed goes down, Wiggly goes down. It's a double kill for Jurassic, but Jurassic gets shut down. Keith is still alive, free firing. Golden Glue is here. Keith gets another kill. Double kill for Golden Glue. He goes in onto Bob Chin. Bob Chin manages to pick up that kill. As C9 and Bob Chin both live with just slivers of health, Bob Chin is going to be able to get out. And it looks like that was a 4-for-3 in favor of Cloud9 Academy. And that's actually really good for them, because that fight was a 4v5 to start it out. Keith is still alive. He has a lot of power to push here on that Tristana and really demolish those turrets. And Zeyzal is alive with him. So although that fight looked pretty even, it was really in favor of Cloud9 Academy as they started out with the numbers disadvantage and were able to trade evenly. Overall, they were able to take a turret off of that, and Golden Guardians was not able to grab anything in return. However, Jurassic is now sitting with 5 kills for himself. Bob Chin has 3, so both of these carries are really in a very strong position. However, on the side of Cloud9, Golden Glue and Keith were both able to pick up 2 kills. And like I said, you can see that damage coming out from them in the team fight. They're getting to that point where they have outscaled Golden Guardians. So I expect C9 to keep looking for fights now, knowing that they are stronger, as long as they have vision and know that they can start a good fight. And it looks like they are going in for a fight. Again, this is a risky move because of Wiggly being up. Golden Guardians does have the Kalista in order to help secure that Baron. But with the jungler still being up on the side of Cloud9 Academy, it is a little scary. Looks like Cloud9 want to catch Golden Guardians as they're moving towards the mid lane. Wiggly goes in with the flash and the Jarvan ultimate. The Braum ult comes out, the Zac ult comes out, bringing a couple people away from the team. Potluck is going to go low here. Bob Chin goes down before he's able to pop his zone. Jurassic's in the middle of the fight. He goes down. Double kill for Azir. Tristana picks up the third, and the ace comes out with Shiro finishing up the kills. That was a huge fight in favor of Cloud9 Academy. With the scaling on their side, they're able to just run over that dog pile of a fight. Tristana and Azir both just do insane AoE damage, as well as Singed coming in on the backside. And they're able to take the fight, take the Baron, and take a turret. There's still 20 seconds on the death timers for Golden Guardians, and it looks like Golden Glue is going to be able to take this turret and might be able to get the inhibitor as well before anyone respawns. Everyone else has recalled on the side of Cloud9 Academy, and their ping's going down to the bottom lane. Golden Glue is going to recall here. I expect him to go top, shove that out, and then rotate to the bottom to help out his team. And it looks like Cloud9 Academy is going to pick up this Elder Drake, which has spawned. Golden Guardians is not going to be able to respond in time as they're still coming from base. This is a huge point of power for Cloud9 Academy. Although they only have one dragon to buff up this Elder Drake damage, it's going to be a lot of teamfight power coming in on the side of Cloud9 Academy. The Hurricane was picked up for Tristana, as there's a giant front line on the side of Golden Guardians. He's going to be able to just shred through all of them now, sitting on 4.5 items, 5.5 items if you count boots, just needing to finish out that Mercurial Scimitar. He is definitely probably the strongest person on the map right now. Azir on the other side has picked up a death cap for himself. He's going to be hitting like a truck in these team fights, just able to melt through pretty much everyone, as Cloud9 Academy is looking to push down this inhibitor turret. They're able to grab it for free as they have the range advantage. There's not nearly enough wave clear on the side of Golden Guardians Academy. They're looking to push down this inhibitor. This will be the second inhibitor for themselves. They're able to pick it up pretty much for free. I think Golden Guardians is scared to engage on them at this point unless they can catch someone out of position. They know that they don't have the team fight in their favor, so they have to look for a pick at this point and hope to stall out the game until their inhibitors respawn. They're going to need to put down some vision, and hopefully in the top side of their map, because that's where Cloud9 Academy is going to be looking to go to next. Right now they're able to clear out these minion waves and push up a little bit for themselves. It looks like Potluck is going to be able to safely clear his jungle, as Cloud9 Academy is going towards the top side of their map. They're sending all 5 people up here to the top. I'm surprised they don't have Singe split pushing on the bottom to create more pressure, but it looks like they just want to really take down this last outer turret and then put pressure on the inhibitor turret. Shiro is looking for a pick, but it looks like Potluck's going to be able to walk out. He has that Elixir of Iron, which gives him even more tenacity than he already had. So it's going to be really hard for them to actually get a pick onto this Zac. However, with this wave crashing into the top lane turret, they're able to pick that up really quickly. It looks like they're pushing on towards this last remaining inhibitor turret. There's not a whole lot of wave clear on the side for Golden Guardians Academy, so I think they're going to have to give this up. If Golden Guardians does not pick a fight, they're going to lose, but I think that even if they do pick a fight, they lose the fight and will lose the game. It's a very hard position for them to be in. Keith gets chunked out, Wiggly goes in, Potluck goes in onto the backside. Looks like Wiggly might go down here. He was a little bit too far forward trying to get that engaged. Jurassic is looking, he pulls in the Tom Kinch for the ult, and it looks like Tom Kinch is able to disengage that a little bit. Potluck goes down, and it looks like Jurassic is going to go down next. Shiro is going through here with the Singe, slowing everyone down. Keeps jumps in, is able to take down Xpecial, looking for Ornn as his next target. Double kill comes in for the Azir, and that's going to be the game for Cloud9 Academy. They finish out this game 13-0. Great game for them. They were able to hold off the pressure from Golden Guardians, outscale, and take the teamfight victories. Congratulations to Cloud9 Academy. Alright, let's go ahead and take a look at these match history stats. The gold lead did end up in favor of Cloud9 Academy by 6,000 in the end. I'm really excited to take a look at this gold graph though. As you can see, Golden Guardians got a huge advantage starting into this game. They peaked at 8.9 thousand gold ahead of Cloud9 Academy. But the scaling was just there in favor of Cloud9 Academy with that Tristana and Azir. Golden Guardians weren't able to force the Baron hard enough while they had an advantage. And when they finally did try and force the Baron, the fight went in favor of Cloud9 Academy, even though it was a 4v5. And that really swung the game from there. Once they were able to take the next fight, they took the Baron, and they just closed out the game very cleanly from there. So good job on Cloud9 Academy, able to stall out that game until the point where they knew that they were stronger. Let's take a look at the stats here. Damage dealt to champions. That Azir damage is insane, actually. 43,000 damage coming out from Golden Glue. Really did a number in those team fights against all those tanks. Tristana had a very respectable 26,000. But that's still like nothing compared to the Azir damage. So insane play by Golden Glue. Taking a look at the actual KDAs for these players, Golden Glue ended the game with 6-2-7, picking up a bunch of kills for himself in those team fights. Finished up 6 items, had that Rylai's as his last one, just able to really take the team fights to Golden Guardians. Keith at 4-2-9 had a very good game for himself, able to stay safe for the most part in the fight, especially that one fight around Baron, where he was able to clean up, and just him and Bob Chin got out. On the side of Golden Guardians Academy, Bob Chin sitting at 3-1-5 had a really good game for himself. Jurassic had a good game too, 6-3-3. I think Golden Guardians played this game pretty well. They just weren't able to fully push their advantage and got outscaled on the side of Cloud9 Academy. Both of them played the game that they wanted to play. Golden Guardians knew that they had to get an early advantage to win this game. It just wasn't quite enough for them. This is a really fun game to watch. 40-minute game. Very exciting. I'm really excited to see what Cloud9 is able to do. I'm a little upset with their early game, that they let it snowball out of control like that, but they were able to get a handle on it and stall it out for themselves. That's going to be it for this game. I hope you enjoyed it, and check out my YouTube channel. Thank you.